General Secretary of the South African Communist Party, Solly Mapaila, ending that update from Bethlehem in the Free State by our senior reporter, Spamandla Goge. Now, ANC Deputy President Paul Mashatile has reiterated the party's commitment to tackle challenges that workers are facing. He says this is one of the key discussions that dominated the recent meeting of the National Executive Committee of the governing party. Mashatile led May Day celebrations in Tshwane today. My colleague, our reporter Moloko Moloto, was there earlier. He's back now from Tshwane, joining us now in studio just to wrap up what happened there. Moloko, good afternoon. Welcome to today. Now, Paul Mashatile talking at length, I understand, about the promises the ANC has made to workers.
Hello, Braden. Well, Deputy President of the ANC, Paul Mashatile, speaking to the workers there. But before he took to the podium, the provincial chairperson of COSATU here in Gauteng, Mr. Amos Monyela, told him that he must tell the President of the Republic that the workers are angry. The workers, he says, are sick and tired of corruption, are sick and tired, he says, of seeing our leaders living an opulent life while as the workers, they are suffering. The cost of living is too high, he argued, and also that poverty and unemployment are widening. And he says that the governing party needs to address all those issues. So when he took to the podium, the ANC Deputy President Paul Mashatile says the National Executive Committee meeting, the recent one of the ANC, discussed various things. He cited two. One of them is to ensuring that it stabilizes the issue of power supply in the country. But with regard to the workers, Mashatile says that the African National Congress is committed to ensuring that it gives the workers a better life. Interestingly, Braden, Mr. Mashatile did not give the finer details as to specifically what the government of the ANC is going to do, particularly towards giving the workers a better life and addressing issues that they are faced with, to outline specifically to say we're going to do this and that during these timelines. However, let's listen to the number 2 of the African National Congress, Paul Mashatile.
We are promising you that that decision to look at the challenges that the workers are facing is not going to be an empty promise. I don't want you to say Comrade Paul is making promises because he wants us to vote in 2024. No, I'm making the promise that we are going to address the challenges that the workers are facing because we want the workers to have a better life. So I read the promise, because you can hold us to those promises. Return to engage with yourselves, to support where we can, to make sure that you must not say we have forgotten you, because we'll never forget you.
And I understand, Moloko, that the Communist Party, the SACP for its part, using today to reiterate its threats to break away from the ANC-led alliance.
Well, correct. Obviously, these are not new threats to break away from this ANC-led alliance. However, we had today the National Treasurer of the SACP, Joyce Moloi-Moropa, indicating that the precondition for this continuation of this particular alliance is that the condition is that the alliance must be reconfigured, saying that should the ANC fail to lead in that regard in reconfiguring the alliance, as the SACP, they will be left with no choice but to consider contesting the elections on their own. The question is whether they will be able to garner enough support to challenge the African National Congress. Of course, this is happening at a time when Teachers Union, SATU, is taking the COSATU Federation, which is it falls under, to the labor court. It has filed the papers there to challenge the process that led to what they call a resolution by COSATU to back the SACP to contest the African National Congress during next year's elections. They are saying that that process was fraught with flaws, and as a result, there was not enough consultation. Of course, we managed to speak to the first deputy president of COSATU, Mr. Mike Shingange, to ask how they intend to challenge that particular court challenge by their affiliate SATU. And he is saying, look, we would not want to talk about this in detail because the matter is sub judice. Nonetheless, he gave us a comment. Let's listen to him.
Firstly, is to ensure that that which divides us as the alliance partners must be resolved. And what is it that divides us? The policy directions, as we will have said here today. We did not sign up for this kind of economic trajectory that we are following as when we were coming into 1994. You will remember that we had the demands and the aspirations of the Freedom Charter. Our call for the reconfigurations is a reconfiguration that principally adhered those calls, but also return to the reconstruction and development program that we developed together as the alliance partners, which served as our manifesto in 1994. Our call for the reconfiguration of the alliance is such that the policies that we pursue as a country and also in government must be anti-neoliberalism, must be anti-imperialism. We must stop cowering down to those who dictate, who do not have got any interest in developing our people, but every interest in maximizing profit and weakening the liberation project of our people, and therefore serving the international market forces.
That's Mike Shingange, the first deputy president of the SACP, ending that update by Moloko Moloto.